President Tinubu is going sign his resignation as Ohaeneze Igbo joins Southeast governors to endorse Tinubu for 2027. So when they see the nonsense wey we dey get, wey we dey experience, when I see the people wey dey make the Southeast they experience backwardness. When I see people wey dey make Southeast they experience unrest. When I see them, when I see, hey, God of mercy, the people who are supposed to put hope on, the people who are supposed to put our trust on, they're supposed to stand by us and say, no, enough is enough. Tinubu, you must do this, you must do that. See them now, then they support Tinubu. So, and they support them. Okay, now, I beg, I won't make una pay attention to this very interview because this very interview carry weight. The man talk well. He talk well. In fact, I am so impressed in this very interview. He's one of the very best. Please don't blink an eye. Just pay attention to this very interview because he's very much carried. You know say any interview with me I'll talk say he dey carried. You know say I don't check him well. He dey really carried. So make una just give me small hearing as I drop this very big and this very truth to now, because there is nothing other than this, than reality that is revealed in this video. Let's watch this.
What are your thoughts on this open endorsement?
I don't know when it's the open endorsement. It's shocking, and I feel so ashamed that some charlatans who parade themselves. Some charlatans who parade themselves as well. Let us get the facts right.
Okay.
Let us get the facts right.
The facts.
We do not have Ohaeneze Igbo led by Isugozoro. The Ohaeneze Igbo that we know is led by Senator Mbata, if I'm right. That is the authentic national president of Ohaeneze Igbo. So when you have charlatans who come together for their own selfish interests, and they tell you that they're speaking for the Igbo people, they're speaking for themselves. This particular statement. Please, I'm coming. I've taken time to read the whole thing.
Go ahead.
The names of the people who signed this so-called communique, they are not known to anybody from Igbo land.
But it was read on the floor when they had their general Igbo-speaking states.
Who are the pure representatives of the 7 Igbo-speaking states? Who are they? Who are they? These are not known people. These people have only. Why are people not reasoning out of the box? This people has always been everywhere. Today is endorsing APC. Tomorrow is endorsing P2B. What does he really want?
Now,
Which Igbo man is he really speaking for?
let me ask you this. You know, nature abhors vacuum. Now, Azuka Mbata's Ohaeneze Igbo has not endorsed anybody, has not spoken. And then someone is speaking on behalf of...
Let us not misinterpret issues.
Okay.
When we want to talk about Ohaeneze, say a faction.
Okay.
It makes it more. A faction.
One faction is speaking.
A faction. Just one faction. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even know whether they exist. I do not know whether they exist. See, there's something in Igbo land that people must understand. Let me tell this to APC and to President Bola Tinubu. These charlatans that are going about endorsing you, they just want to chop your money. The Igbos are purely Republicans. Igbo.
Okay, all right.
So before you can come out and say you are speaking for the Igbos, you must be a man of honor and proven integrity. I have not seen that in this.
Okay, Prince, now we know that this Isugoro, this is not the first time he's saying this, and he seems to be working in gloves with a certain minister in Abuja talking about Dev Umahi. The other time, Isugoro and Umahi said, look, the Igbo shouldn't look at the presidency up until 2035. When we look at 31, they say 2035. Here again, we see the same Isugoro and Dev Umahi.
Okay. Let me say something. Let me say something. When we talk about Dev Umahi has been all over the place. And I ask myself, what value has he brought to Igbo land?
I was coming to that.
What value? They're telling us that there is a project that projected. Don't forget, 3 months back, in the National on the floor of the National Assembly, projects were ruled out. None for Southeast. None. Asaba, Onitsha, Head Beach, it's a no-go area. Easy bypass, it's a no-go area. And you have a man who's been parading himself, putting on one silly red cap. And he calls himself.
My question is, I'm sorry, calm down. My question is, what do you think Dave Umahi wants? Does he want to be
Dave Umahi wants to be president, just like
2035?
Yeah, just like Kofi Jadima wants to be vice president. We know all of that.
Okay.
So these are people who are looking at their own selfish interests. They're not looking at the collective interest of the Igbos. Check the Calabar. I saw him talking about the Calabar highway. And how it's going to pass through so and so place. Is that what we want? Is that what the Igbos want?
The Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway runs across 9 states and there is no southeast.
No. You listened to him, was it yesterday? He was talking about it. And I was saying, where is this man getting these figures from? You gather some people, you pay some people, you gather them, and you see they're representing the interests of Igbo people.
All right. Okay.
What has the Igbo man, I ask, benefited from President Bola Tinubu's government?
Okay, we'll talk about all of that in a bit. Now let's go to Abuja, where we've been joined by Patrick Ohaeneze. He's a political activist and good governance advocate. Good morning once again, Patrick, and thanks for being part of VOP this morning. Good morning. Okay, beautiful. We can hear you loud and clear. Now, my question is this. This group is asking for a handshake across the Niger with the Southwest, the Southeast and Southwest, more like an alliance, to end, to find a closure to what happened over 71 years ago when Nnamdi Azikiwe was shown out of the Western Region House of Assembly and he then came back to the East. Now, that is all history. In this republic, First Republic, we've been through it for 26 years. The first time the ticket or power came to the South, it went to the Southwest. It came back again and it went to the South-South. This is the third time it is coming, and instead of going to the Southeast, it went to the Southwest again. Is there some form of political injustice in that arrangement? And do you think that in 2027, this alliance, this peaceful alliance, could also let the power go to the Southeast so that there will be a final closure to what happened 70-something years ago? Now, this is the argument of this group. Do you think there's a possibility that it could happen in 2027?
Okay, thank you. Well, looking at the entire political space, I doubt a situation where the power is able to go to the Southeast. Now, because if you look at the last election, there's no way we talk about power going to the Southeast without looking at how elections are conducted in Nigeria. For me, 2023 represented the brightest opportunity, with Mr. Peter Obi, leading that charge. And we saw in areas where, people who didn't have funds, who didn't campaign, won elections. So apparently, the elections in those areas were completely, free and fair. But now what we see today is that whether it is properly organized groups or fractional groups, we see a complete movement towards APC. Now, the number of governors that the APC has today is not what it had in 2023. So you see a situation where gradually what is happening is that the space for an Igbo presidency outside the APC looks slim. And I say that with all sense of responsibility. Now, thinking about the injustice, the narration you made, truly, any Nigerian who wants to be fair needs to be honest. The presidency coming to the South in 2023 was rightfully rightfully the turn of the southeast. There's no doubt about that. Because if power has gone to the southwest, power has gone to the south-south, it should naturally come to the southeast. Even though some of us do not, completely align towards this ethnic politics, but again, you must have a sense of balance. The southeastern people must be given, a sense of belonging. That can be said again and again and again.
All right, Patrick. I'm sorry to butt in at this moment. You said something because of your intervention that you don't see the possibility of power going to the south because what more governors are moving to the APC ahead of 2027. APC says Jonathan had 22 PDP governors, yet he lost the election. Is there a possibility of a repeat of that incident, of that scenario? Could it happen again? Or don't you think it could also happen if the opposition have a very firm grasp of politics in 2027, opposition politics in 2027?
Like, see now, it is not available. If you know, the demand of this cooker is mad because the flame is given. Why would it? You will learn it.
Now, talking as a Nigerian who has followed opposition politics from 1999 till date, I want to say that as it stands today, the Nigerian opposition is sleeping and snoring. Sleeping very fast. And I want to say again that I do not see the opposition springing any miracle. The truth of the matter is that 2027 for me is going to represent the height of vote buying. You cannot run away from it. For those of us who are watching activities closely, now elections in Anambra world, and we all heard about money, heavily monetized votes. And again, how did the opposition in 2015, work to get the sitting government out of power? Number one, they were united. Now today, what are Nigerians discussing? Nigerians are discussing, Atiku, are you going to step down and support a Peter Obi? Atiku saying, I'll go for a clear primaries and all of that. The opposition in 2015 was united. They were completely united. They had only one mission: to change government. And they went very, very far to do that, including sourcing foreign support, I dare say. But today, we have daily issues in Nigeria. You do not see the opposition.
All right, my dear listeners, not don't hear the matter. Now, serious argument now in the on. And I say why I said that this is one of the very best interview ever. In fact, if you have been taking part or if you have been listening to this very interview I just dropped right now, you will see that the real thing that is happening in this God-forsaken country is what has just been revealed. You see that I told you people that in Nigeria there is nothing like election, and that is why when people say that Nigeria is a democratic country, I say, I beg you, make una go sit down. Which democracy? Democratic country that already they have concluded who is going to rule the country even before the election. Even as me and you they talk now, they don't know person wey go rule Nigeria come 2027. It has been concluded and that has been sealed, and the person is already warming up to go to Aso Villa. So why are you saying that it's a democratic country? Why are we fooling ourselves? Why are we just fooling ourselves? During the election, they'll say go out and exercise your franchise. You just go there, waste your time, waste your God-forsaken time. Stay under the sun. Sun will beat you. You will still cast your vote, and at the end of the day, now the same person where they don't conclude, now go still enter power, even if another person win. So why are you wasting your time to go out there to exercise a fake franchise? My people, I beg, make una help me share this video because this video deserve am. It deserve am. It deserve that very, very reality and the very truth. Because now truth, now be the right thing for where we need to uphold. Yes, to save this country. Yes, so thank you.